Astute Financial Services Exchange empowers the financial services industry by providing compliance, data, intermediary, and risk technology solutions. Over the years, Astute has increasingly made the journey for the intermediary easier by giving them a single point of entry to clients' investment and insurance portfolio data. They have now extended their service offering with an employee benefits switch, where clients' EB portfolios are now also part of the data they can share. Momentum Corporate and Sanlam are both part of the switch. And today I'm speaking to Mdu Ndlovu, product owner for the intermediary services portfolio at Astute, to get a bit more detail about the switch. Hi Mdu, maybe we can start off with a brief history of the Astute employee benefits switch, just to get everyone on the same page.
Good afternoon, Rianet. Thanks for having me. So the Astute employee benefit switch started as a response to a need in the financial services industry, which was really centered around us providing more data sets to enable a financial advisor to perform financial needs analysis and ultimately provide a financial plan. And this was on the backdrop of one of our strategic objectives, which is to enhance a single view of a person or a client, and as well for the fact that the need for employee benefit data was increasingly, becoming prominent even in our client surveys in terms of what the financial advisors wanted to see in terms of new services that Astute is offering to the industry.
Astute has grown in leaps and bounds. I remember the start of Astute. So this is a fantastic add to the array of offerings that Astute has. And yes, it's very true that you say the employee benefits part often came probably with quite a lot of hard work to make sure that the advisor has all the information from the client from an employee benefits switch. So that's really a fantastic offering. Momentum Corporate joined in 2019, and we are now in 2021, and only now Sanlam has joined. Take us through what happened there.
Okay, so quite a lot of the funds, up until around late 2019 and early 2020, had really committed to providing EB data via the employee benefit switch. However, as you may be aware, COVID happened, and a lot of companies were not spared from the global effects, from the effects of the global pandemic, and naturally, we started to see a lot of them reprioritizing a lot of projects, and the employee benefit integration as well became one of those that got reprioritized particularly in 2020 into 2021. And I think that has explained some of the delays that we've seen in bringing on board some of the funds as content providers into the EB switch.
Okay, that makes sense. Who are you talking to as well, and who's close to joining? Because I'm sure there's a lot of providers that's obviously keen to be part of this, and for the advisors as well, they are keen to know who's going to join next.
Yeah, absolutely. So Discovery is one of the stakeholders that will be coming on board next. We are now at the final stages in terms of just agreeing on project timelines, and hopefully in 2021 they should materialize and go live.
2022.
Provider.
2022.
2022. 2022. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Any others you're talking to?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are talking to the likes of Liberty. We're talking to Old Mutual. We're also talking to the Government Employee Pension Fund.
Okay.
As well as the ESCOM Pension and Provident Fund. So we've really cast our net wide in engaging with the different funds. We're also, starting to talk to the metal industries as well, Metal Industries Benefit Fund. So we're trying to really go far and wide in engaging and trying to get those to come on board and provide EB data via the employee benefit switch.
That's great. cost? What will it cost an advisor to get that information from his client?
All right, so Astute has really tried to keep the cost for that service at a minimum. So currently the price per transaction is R4.70,
Okay.
and it's R4.70 in the event that there is positive portfolio returned. Where there is no portfolio returned, we do not bill for that particular transaction.
Okay, that's great. Any other innovations? Me and you have had a few chats now, and I know Astute is really on the forefront of some exciting innovations. Would you mind sharing some of that with me?
Yes, absolutely. So there are some that are still on the cards, which I obviously cannot talk about now because we are still busy with those. However, we have now have a digital consent solution in place that allows financial advisors to request consent from their client digitally. So what Astute does is at the point of transacting, a financial advisor can also request via our solution digital consent, where they'll input the client's mobile number and email address as well as their details, and we are able to trigger a digital consent request where the data subject or the client can then approve consent via their mobile phone, and we're able to then service that particular request through to our content providers. So that's the one. The other exciting one, which we launched in 2021, actually we launched it a couple of months ago, is what we call the Astute Medical Aid Service. Okay, through that service, we offer medical aid plan information electronically, securely, and in a cost-effective manner. And a financial advisor typically would sort of potentially get medical aid plan across more than 80 medical schemes in South Africa. So that's also quite a first. And that service is also subject to mandatory upfront digital consent as well. So as you can see, we really are trying hard to ensure that we enhance the single view of a person.
That's fantastic. Does the same cost also apply to the medical scheme switch?
Okay, so the cost again for the medical aid service is a separate cost. So the fee applicable to that service is R5 per transaction. So there's a flat fee that we apply to that particular service.
And you can only get a client's information, not a company or a group, since you are working with the employee benefits. It's not a group fee, it's only for an individual, correct?
Correct. It's for an individual. So it's an advisor can request for an individual's medical aid plan information, and that is then billable on an individual basis.
Okay, fantastic. So just quickly back to the digital consent. Was that as a result of COVID and advisors not being able to reach clients on a personal level?
Not really. I think from a evolution point of view, our student really sort of traveled the journey around the consenting part. And digital consent was the natural progression from our side to allow and enhance sort of a better client experience by providing a digital consent service, which really came in handy when COVID hit us, that when human interaction was a bit curtailed, a financial advisor could potentially still service their client remotely, and digital consent came in handy.
That's a fantastic add-on, and I must say, probably makes the process to the client a lot faster, which I think everyone is really wanting. When you see a client, you want to get the process going, and you don't want to wait for emails and scan this in and do this. So that's really great.
Absolutely.
We know there are advisors that are still not using the Astute switch. A final word to them specifically about why they really should consider taking the step and make use of your amazing, innovative platform and secure platform.
Okay, so making use of the Astute services really enable a financial advisor to focus on his core business, which is really to provide financial plan and eventually to get a product that meets the client's needs. So the Astute services allow a financial advisor to do that because we do provide data via platforms in a secure manner and in a timely fashion as well. Because traditionally, as you know, that process of gathering data used to be quite a lengthy process.
Yeah.
And as it stands today, you're able to get that data in less than, in a couple of seconds time. You'll be in possession of a client's portfolio from the integrated content providers or insurers. And as well, it is cost effective, and therefore it allows advisors, it creates those efficiencies and allows financial advisors to actually then spend more time servicing their clients' needs than in the data gathering process. So
Yes.
absolutely, it's definitely a value add to financial advisors, and the fact that we've got other services that we continue to add is really a value proposition that we believe would enhance and enable a financial advisor's practice.
I agree with you. It just makes so much sense to use this platform. So Mdu, thank you for your time and for giving us some insights on not only the EB switch, but also on the medical scheme switch, and then obviously your digital consent, which is really innovative. It's all very exciting. It was great to chat to you, and enjoy the last stretch of 2021.
Thank you so much. You're most welcome. Thank you.